Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm back to do a commentary on Maurice Wolin. Dr. Maurice Wolin. He's always been one of my favorites. I was kind of putting him off just because I didn't want to do commentaries on all my favorite guys right off the bat. I wanted to spread them out a bit. But the time has come to watch Maurice Wolin's life get destroyed. Let's do it.
This guy's coming in. That could be the doctor.
But if there was a list of the most...
Yeah, and this guy is tall and lanky, and he's got kind of bad posture, and he's balding. All he's really got going for him is the fact that he's a successful doctor, so he's probably got money, and he's tall.
Respected members of the community, a cancer research doctor would probably be near the top.
And this guy has the classic best look back. Like, this is a guy who's going into this house to do something wrong.
A cancer research doctor would probably be near the top.
And it's not even just a look back, it's like the double look back.
Members of the community, a cancer research doctor would probably be near the top.
See, at this very moment here,
Research doctor would probably...
Right there, Maurice Wolin just had to have looked around and thought, wait a minute, I'm too paranoid, I'm leaving. Probably wouldn't have helped them still, but it would have saved him some embarrassment, and we probably wouldn't be talking about him at this moment.
He'd be near the top.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Could it be?
So, not bad of a drive?
Well.
I hate when they do that. Like, they do like the stupid teaser thing, and then they show you what you're gonna see, and then they just go back and show you the same thing anyway. I wish they would just play the segment. I'm just gonna continue showing it as it originally was.
This guy's coming in. That could be the doctor. Go to Mark 3. Have him come towards you.
Hey, you made it. Come on back.
Thanks. How are you?
Good, how are you?
This man is 48 years old, married, and a prominent San Francisco physician.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe that someone of his stature would show up to meet a girl who said she was 13.
It's really not that hard to believe. I think by this, maybe at this point when all us TCAP fans were young and naive, but I think we've seen pretty much everything. I don't think there's anyone at this point that we would actually be surprised by. But so yeah, oh, he's a rich doctor. Okay, he's a perv just like all the rest of them.
Stature would show up.
And it just like, I like this decoy. Can't remember her name off the top of my head, but doesn't it just seem weird to him that, like, usually when you meet someone, like you go to a house to meet someone or anywhere, like you stand face to face with a person and you shake their hand or some sort of greeting, or you speak to them face to face. You don't just like walk away from them. Like, it's totally obvious that she's luring him back here, which is really awesome. Like, I love the fact that they're doing that. They're just luring these guys to their execution. But it's weird that it doesn't set off alarm bells for them.
Good, how are you?
This man is 48 years old, married, and a prominent San Francisco physician.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe that...
And of course, this guy just has his cell phone.
Years old, married, and a prominent...
Just has his cell phone on his belt like that, like all people that wanted to look cool did back then.
San Francisco physician.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe that someone of his stature would show up to meet a girl who said she was 13 and then follow her into the backyard where she invites him to go in her hot tub.
Pour me a drink. I'm actually going to put on my suit so maybe we can get in the hot.
Be careful with the drink, Maurice. You don't want to do anything embarrassing.
tub because it's all warm.
He met the girl online 3 days earlier.
Oh, they're doing that where they change the order of everything. You don't need to tell a story with this. You just need to show it. I don't know, is this like, maybe I'm the only one that gets annoyed with that, but I just don't. That's why I like the like some of the uncut ones and other stuff where they just play it in chronological order rather than jumping around. In the original episodes, they would also be like, more on this guy later. So you would have to like go way through some other stuff to get back to that first person, and it's not quite the same as just watching one Predator's full segment, at least in my opinion.
Girl was really a perverted justice decoy pretending to be 13.
Oh yeah, and this guy was talking to like other decoys too, and so it's not like he was somehow tricked into this. He was seeking out like multiple underage girls, and he knew damn right well what he was doing.
Using the screen name Tall Dreamy Doc, he lies and says he's 29.
He might be tall and he might be a doctor, but I don't think one could describe him as dreamy.
Remember,
I think most women would be disappointed in him. And if it wasn't for the fact that he was a doctor, this guy would not score ever.
He's really 48. He asks the girl, what bra size do you wear? She says 30B, but it's kind of big on me right now. I'm still growing. He replies, I will kiss them. He goes into graphic detail about giving and receiving oral sex, and later says, I'm horny for you, and asks her to masturbate while thinking of him. He tells her,
if you have to ask a potential partner to do that, then maybe you don't got a lot going for you. Look, I know this is a lot to ask, but I've been having a hard day, so could you please masturbate while thinking about me? It would make me feel a lot better. Yeah, sure, Maurice.
Several times he could get into trouble, but it isn't enough to stop him from coming over and helping himself to a drink.
I can't. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Maurice. This guy's just such a gangly doofus. He just can't even do anything right. It would have been funny if he just slipped and fell while he was walking in. Or like tripped on something.
Stop him from coming over and helping himself to a drink.
I can't. Oh, jeez.
See, he didn't know that like this would just be immortalized in his in the legend of his life. It's like, what did Maurice Wolin do in his life? He spilled a drink in a backyard while he was trying to meet a 13-year-old. I mean, I'm sure he did some sort of cancer stuff too, but this is the thing he's remembered for.
So where are you coming from?
San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Did he just like pour it back in? Like,
So where?
okay, I guess, yeah. I don't know if that's kind of considered gross, but I mean, if he just intends to drink it anyway. But I think he's just panicked here of
Where are you
what to
coming
do.
from?
San Francisco.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, so there probably was a lot of traffic, huh?
Do you have a towel?
Like he's just ignoring her. He's just like, oh my god, this is gonna ruin me. This spilled drink is just the biggest deal I got going on. Like you just left it till she came back out and then made a joke of it. Oh look, I made a mess. You got something to clean it up. But instead he's like, oh my god, I gotta clean this up right now. And then he goes back there. I know there are people that think that there was an excuse for him to follow her back as she was changing because there's a towel right there. I think he was just so panicked he didn't see it. I think he honestly is just such a weird doofus guy that he just panicked and didn't know what to do, so he went looking for a towel.
Oh yeah, so there probably was a lot of traffic, huh?
Do you have a towel?
As the doctor looks for a towel, he spots Dateline's camera crew.
Just gonna back this up here. I'm gonna
Looks for a towel.
right there, right. That's the moment where Maurice Wolin is making eye contact with the Dateline camera crew, and he realizes that this is not what he thought it was, and he's in big trouble.
He spots Dateline's camera crew.
I gotta take off. Sir.
I like how he pulls out his glasses. I wonder if he was like, okay, if this is a sting, I'm gonna get arrested. I need to have my glasses prepared so that I can throw them on the ground and smash them in a big dramatic display. Or maybe he's like, okay, I'm leaving, but I want to make sure I look cool while I'm walking away, so I'm going to put my glasses on. Not sure what his rationale was, but he does take out his glasses right here, which just seems weird. Like, if you were in the situation and you realized you were caught, would putting your sunglasses on really be something you would instinctually do? Like, wouldn't you just be trying to get the hell out of there?
Spots Dateline's camera crew.
I gotta take off. Sir. I need to talk to you for a minute.
He runs, but he doesn't get very far.
Oh.
On the ground.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Yeah, twist his arms back. Fucker Maurice. Yeah, this is probably my favorite arrest in like all of TCAP ever, I'd say. I think it's probably in a lot of people's top list.
He runs, but he doesn't get very far.
On the ground.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Get his keys. I wasn't doing anything. Oh man, I wasn't doing anything. Get his keys.
Oh yeah, the big man, the tall dreamy doc and the fast car and the sunglasses who came to meet a 13-year-old. Now he's sobbing. Yeah, you're not so tough, are you, Maurice?
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Get his keys. I wasn't doing anything. Oh man, I wasn't doing anything. Get his keys. I wasn't doing anything.
And like all the other men caught in this investigation, from used car salesmen to engineers to Marines, he goes through the same procedure. First stop, the booking station.
What am I being booked for? We'll explain all that to you. Can I call my wife?
You can do that after.
Yeah, here's a guy cheating on his wife with a friggin' 13-year-old, or trying to. And of course, when he gets caught, he's just like, "Can I call my wife? I need her to come help me and get me out of trouble."
After this, the booking procedure.
The police ask routine personal questions, but the doctor appears distracted, nothing sinking in.
You're going to talk to a detective and just...
Yeah, I explained that to him already. He's just not, he's failing to...
I'm not failing. I'm just really scared.
Nothing to be scared about. All
Nothing to
right?
be scared about?
No.
I'm somebody who has never done anything in my life.
He died a traffic ticket, and you wouldn't be scared?
He's never done anything in his life. In the sting, he was talking to two different underage decoys. And one of them, like, once one of them realized that he was talking to two, they decided, like, okay, well, we'll just have him. There's no need for two of us to talk to him, so they just picked one. The other one kind of broke off communication. And I highly, highly doubt that those are the only two he ever talked to. He'd probably been trying to do this for a long time. Like, maybe he never actually followed through and went to meet anyone, but he'd definitely been trying to pick up teenage girls, and he'd been talking to them and doing God knows what else. So he can't say that he's never done anything in his entire life. Like, yeah, maybe his first time being arrested, but he's been a creep for a long time. He's friggin' 48. There's no way that, like, at this point in his life, he just started having these thoughts. Like, he'd been doing this for a while, guaranteed.
You're in some trouble, obviously.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in big trouble, and I feel like I made maybe a mistake, but I didn't do anything.
He's Dr.
If you didn't do anything, then what's the mistake? If you made a mistake, it means you did something, and furthermore, it means you did something wrong.
Maurice Wolin, head of clinical research and medical affairs for a pharmaceutical company, and he's not happy about seeing our cameras.
I'm here in handcuffs. I have pictures being taken of me left and right.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get arrested, Maurice. They take your picture and they ask you questions.
I don't know what I'm being accused of.
You haven't figured it out by now, Maurice? Like, are you really just, you cannot think what it possibly could be?
He's then taken in for questioning by Detective Steve Nelson of the Petaluma Police Department.
First thing I'm going to do is explain to you your Miranda rights, okay? Okay. You have the right to remain silent.
At first, the doctor agrees to talk.
So, I'd like to talk about what...
If I remember correctly, reading on his wiki page or somewhere, that this confession here actually got thrown out. He still got convicted, so it didn't really matter, but apparently, like, he asked for a lawyer or something, or he said he wasn't going to talk, but then he changed his mind, and he kind of flip-flopped back and forth, but, like, ultimately agreed to talk. But I guess some judge or something was like, well, technically, he first said he wasn't going to talk, so it was inadmissible. Something like that. I can't remember the whole story. You could find it online, but at least he was still convicted regardless.
What happened today, okay?
But he quickly changes his mind.
What screen name do you use?
I really need to have an attorney present.
Okay. Okay.
But despite asking for an attorney, he chooses to keep talking.
You asked to talk to an attorney.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to discuss this further because I can't, unless you want to waive your right to have an attorney present.
The detective asks him 4 more times if he's waiving his right to an attorney.
I will answer what I can.
And each time he agrees and continues to talk.
I'm not going to play games
I'm
here.
not playing games. I'm scared out of my mind.
Right. And I understand that.
You saw my record. I've never done anything wrong in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, we saw your record, and this was on it. This is a thing that you did wrong in your life.
And now I'm being charged with very serious offenses.
Why did you come to the house in Petaluma today?
I was curious.
Ah, curious predator.
Okay. Curious about what?
I chatted with someone online. She had asked to meet me on several occasions. I declined. And today again she asked.
Yeah, he's trying to blame it on her. And I guess, I don't want to defend him, but in his defense, like, he was kind of hesitant to come over, and she kind of kept, she was basically calling him names, calling him chicken, that kind of stuff for not coming. Which doesn't matter. Like, if a 13-year-old, or for that matter, any woman of any age, wants you to come over and you don't want to, don't fall to the pressure of it. Just say no. Like, don't let them push you around. This is like a successful doctor who's 48 freaking years old. He owns like a nice house, has a good income, has a awesome car, and then he's just getting bossed around by a 13-year-old girl. Like, what kind of man are you? If you don't want to go, don't go. You shouldn't be talking to them to begin with. Now he's trying to say, she kept asking me, I had a little bit of time, so I just came over because it's what she wanted. There's no 13-year-old girl that wants you to come over, Maurice. That would never, ever happen. The only thing in this situation is you wanting to come to visit her, and that's exactly why you did. So don't try to pretend that, like, somehow you were just doing what she wanted and you didn't have any interest in this.
I had a little bit of time, not very much.
Okay.
And so I thought I would come out and meet her, and nothing more.
Okay.
The doctor is referring to how online he made a date for sex with a decoy, but chickened out. Then the decoy, deliberately behaving like a precocious teenager, encouraged him to come.
I know she was young, and I knew that.
Under 18? Okay. Did you talk to her about touching and kissing and making each other feel good?
I remember she saying that she had trouble finding somebody to make her feel.
She didn't say anything. Stop answering questions with, well, she did this or she said that. No, you did everything and you said everything. She was only responding to you. You reached out to her first. You instigated this whole thing. You brought up sex. You came out to meet her. So what she said, what the underage girl said or did, shouldn't even be a factor in this. Because they could say and do what they want because they're underage. You as the grown man, it's your responsibility to say no. So, like, what the hell? I remember she said she had trouble finding somebody to make her feel good. You're telling me that just some 13-year-old girl's talking to a 48-year-old man and brought that up? That would never happen. You brought it up, and she only said that because she's a decoy, because obviously this isn't real. So don't try to blame it on her.
Okay.
I was playing with her.
In fact, what he said online was, I work hard to make the girl feel good. I wouldn't stop until you blank over and over.
Yeah, everything in his chat was just him bragging about how awesome he is, and then he shows up and he's this tall, lanky, doofus weasel man who breaks down crying when he's arrested and then tries to blame everything on the young girl. That's what Dr. Maurice Wolin is really like.
And then you told her, no, I'm real, but you're under 18 and I'm over. We would have to be so careful.
He would have to be careful. She could really do what she wants. She doesn't have to be careful. She's not going to get in trouble.
But I told her that she needed to be. I was concerned about her. She needed.
Yeah, I told her that she needed to be. I was concerned about her. She needed to be careful. No, she didn't need to do anything. She could go bragging about what she did, about luring this creep over, because she is a 13-year-old. She's not going to get in trouble. It's expected that they're going to do stupid things. It's your job not to do it. You were concerned about yourself, and you needed to be careful, but you weren't, and now you're under arrest.
Be careful.
Okay.
The only reason I came today
Was to have sex with a 13-year-old. We already know that, Maurice. Don't even try to lie and say there was some other reason you drove to this particular place.
I was curious, but I wasn't going to do anything.
Like, what does that mean? What are you curious about? Curious what it's going to be like just to sit there and talk with her? Like, you were already doing that online. It's not going to be much more stimulating talking over text than it is talking when you're there. Like, clearly you came to do something. And even while you were there, she's like, didn't she say, I'm going to go put on my swimsuit or something? So obviously you planned on getting in the hot tub with her, which is definitely an escalation of the situation. And it's definitely even more inappropriate for a grown man to be alone with a young girl and go in a hot tub when the parents aren't around. Like, so you can't say you were just going there to talk.
If you read that, you can tell that over and over again I said that both I shouldn't come, she should be careful.
It doesn't matter how many times you said you shouldn't come and you shouldn't be careful. You should be careful. Both those things are true, and yes, you should not have come. But the thing is, you did. Who cares how many times you say that? Even if she, like, threatened you and said she was going to beat you up if you didn't come down there, you still can't go. In that situation, I think, she probably could beat him up. But it doesn't matter what they say. There's nothing that the young girl can do to entice you to come. You're a grown man. You just don't go. Who cares how hesitant you were? So many guys say that. Like, that's going to get them off the hook. I wasn't going to come. I knew it was wrong. Like, so you still did it.
You're talking about that you want her to take your pants off.
When just
You can take mine off if you want. So how do you want to do it?
I wasn't going to do anything. It was that was not appropriate, Officer Nelson. I shouldn't have talked to her.
Right.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
I wasn't going to do anything.
So you drove 40 minutes from Piedmont to meet a...
And yeah, he said he was from San Francisco. He was lying that his name was Marco. Then he said he was from San Francisco. So clearly, if he was just going to go talk to her and do nothing, why would he have to lie? He lied about his name and he lied about where he was from because he fully intended to have sex with her. And then if somehow she told someone about it, the police or her parents or whoever, she would report that his name was Marco, he was 29 years old, and he's from San Francisco. So the police would go looking for someone that matched that description, and it's either going to be someone who doesn't exist or some other person completely, and he would have gotten away with it. That's why he gave that. If all he wanted to do was talk, why is he being so secretive and giving bullshit information about himself?
A 13-year-old, that nothing would have happened. And you expect me to believe that?
Yeah. You expect anyone to believe that?
After you talk about having different sexual acts with her?
It's the truth. She begged me to come. And I know that doesn't make it right, but...
And it's like these predators are the only people in society, it seems, that make plans with someone and then show up without the intention of doing the plans that they discussed. Like, for the most part, if you go to meet friends that you're going to go to, like, a football game, you don't show up and then not go. You show up to do that thing that you discussed doing. If you're like, hey, guys, you want to go canoeing tomorrow? Like, you get together and you go do that. You don't show up being like, oh, that was just talk. I was just joking about it. Like, no, you do what you plan to do. So if you talk about having sex in graphic detail, it's not just like they mentioned it in passing, like, hey, maybe we could, do something physical. No, he broke it down into specific acts he was going to do to her. They discussed all of that stuff, and then he went there. Now he's trying to say, like, oh, I wasn't going to do any of that stuff. Like, you how could you expect us to believe that?
All right, the time's approximately 14:38. I'm going to conclude the interview.
Can I call my mom?
I'll walk you over to the trailer.
Once he's taken out of the interrogation room, an officer dials the doctor's wife and hands him the phone.
Honey, I'm in big trouble. I'll explain. You have to bail me out of the Sonoma County Jail. $30,000 check we'll need. It was a sting operation. I'll explain it to you when you're here.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you after I'm bailed out. Obviously not before, because then that $30,000 would probably disappear along with his wife. Although I think, if I'm not mistaken, like they got divorced here, but then they later got remarried. So I guess after a while she realized that she wasn't going to do any better than Dr. Maurice Wolin, so they decided to get back together. But yeah, what a scumbag just to do something like this and then calls his wife to come bail him out, and then they have to use like the family finances to bail his ass out.
Don't bring the girls. I didn't do anything, but I did something stupid.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. If you didn't do something stupid, it means you didn't do anything. If you did something, you did something stupid. After fighting the charges for over 2 years, spending a vast amount on his legal defense, Wolin pled no contest to the charges. Because he dragged out the legal process, he was the subject of countless media stories and attention in his home region. He just makes a media circus around himself. Freaking idiot. Wolin received 2 months jail, 3 years of probation, and lifetime registration as a registered sex offender. Yeah, I would have loved to see him get more time in jail, but hopefully that was a miserable 2 months for him. The sentence was in line with the sentences given out to others from the sting operation, so I guess he didn't get it any easier than the rest of them, but I think he should have gotten it worse. His license to practice medicine had been revoked on an interim basis pending conviction, and was permanently revoked following his conviction. Alright, that is Dr. Maurice Wolin. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.